Malawi is one of the poorest countries in Africa. Its economy is based mainly on agriculture. Malawians are struggling with underdevelopment, poverty, and the impact of HIV/AIDS. There are more than 1 million orphans, and many have to work to survive. In 2006, the Government of Malawi launched the Social Cash Transfer Program to help the poorest of the poor. Currently, the program provides a monthly contribution of $14 to more than 26,000 households. It will soon expand to reach 300,000 households.
The program has two main objectives: to reduce poverty, hunger in the beneficiary households, and to increase school enrollment in these beneficiary households.
DELIA lost her husband to HIV/AIDS. She's also HIV positive. She has one child and is responsible for 4 others who lost their parents to the same disease. Just a few years ago, she could hardly get out of bed and could not afford the bus fare to get to the nearest hospital.
The project has really changed my life. Before this, I had literally nothing. Now things are better. Until now, I didn't have any good clothes, and my children didn't have any good clothes. As for food, well, that was really a big problem for me.
She was able to start farming and raising chickens, and can now buy enough food at the local market to make 3 meals a day for the whole family. And thanks to the cash transfers, DELIA can now afford school uniforms, books and pencils for all the children. As well as helping families with everyday expenses, cash transfers also promote productivity at home and on the farm. If delivered regularly, cash transfers can play a key role in strategies to improve rural livelihoods and agricultural production, while stimulating economic and social development. And that's the focus of the collaboration between FAO, Unicef, and the governments of Malawi and 6 other African countries. They are working together on a project known as PtoP, the From Protection to Production project.
Agriculture is the engine of development in Africa, but also in Malawi. Because of this, you find that the Social Cash Transfer Program supports the ultra-poor and labor-constrained households to be able to engage in agriculture to produce for the growth and the well-being of their households.
Many households invest part of the money they receive in agricultural assets like tools, fertilizers and pesticides. This improves their crops, which is their main source of food and income. Another bonus is that beneficiary families can afford to hire relations or neighbors to work on their fields instead of their own children.
Sometimes we had to work in the hot sun for the whole day without eating anything. I had no shoes and no clothes, apart from one pair of short trousers. Even if it started to rain while we were working, we just had to keep working.
The enrollment, the attendance of the learners has risen up. This is because parents, poor parents, they are now able to send their children to school rather than taking their children to fields.
Studies show that the program helps the whole community, with 90 to 95% of all the money that is distributed being spent locally. And impact analysis carried out by FAO as part of the PtoP project shows a marked multiplier effect, with every dollar generating additional income. PHIRI is a widow, and she too is HIV positive. Since receiving cash transfers, she has developed her own thriving business. She buys tomatoes from the local farmers and then sells them at the market in the nearest town.
Now at our house, we all eat a good and varied diet because of the program. And we can get treatment at the hospital because of this program. I don't know how we would have survived without this. Maybe we would have already been buried.
The focus of FAO's P2P work, which is funded by FAO, DFID and the European Union, is to provide policy guidance and advice, because social protection programs, when combined with other rural development interventions, help create paths out of poverty for the poorest of the poor.